I have to do that later. Mm.
Hold on, give me a second. You what's on the face? YouTube? I mean Facebook?
Yeah, it's on there. You gonna do link or you gonna do
Yeah, link. Yeah. You wanna do links?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on our what's on page.
Go ahead.
She don't look like it live.
It is like
Okay, yeah, it is live.
the radio off right now and listen to The Chris Miles Show.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Chris Miles Show. Today, the show is going to be a little different. We're going to be discussing the state of America. This kind of a carry on from the other week, but we have some special guests, and we're going to deliberate about what's going on in our country.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Chris Miles Show. We are so excited to begin on this Memorial Day weekend. We hope all is well with everybody. We hope everybody's having a terrific and blessed day. We want to welcome all of our guests that are appearing on that of TikTok. We want you all to come on in, support, and share this information. I see you guys are coming in. We have some special guests, as Mr. Producer said. Cheryl Madison, my good friend, my brother from another mother, Errol Tierney, and also we have Gregory Vanderpost, which I'm going to bring him up. We could not get his camera to do right. But anyway, we are here. We're talking about the state of America. There's a lot of things that are actually going on with this de facto system, but a lot of people are unaware of. We've been lied to. And we are going to set the record straight today. We want everybody to know that this will be a continuation of facts. We are going to start bringing this information out because a lot of things are transitioning, and it's not necessarily for the good, but we are in the process of making changes to take back what is rightfully ours that was afforded to us by the Constitution of the United States. So y'all bear with us. We are trying to get everything. Let me see if I can get Greg in, since we could not get his. What's going on TikTok? Please come on in, share the video that you are watching. I am Chris Miles, the host of the Chris Miles Show podcast. We are streaming live on that of TikTok, as well as YouTube and Facebook. We will be back on Twitter, X next week. Gregory.
Yes.
Greg, how you doing?
Good.
Unfortunately, we could not get your camera to do right, but your input is very valuable, so we are going to just have you on the line with us. Do you have Errol and Cheryl?
Yeah, they are.
Thank you. Hello, Errol and Cheryl. How you guys doing this evening?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Cheryl, are you there?
Beautiful day out here.
Yeah. So all of my guests are from where I want to be. They're in the state of California. Cheryl, can you hear me? Did we lose Cheryl?
Looks like it.
Oh wow.
Let me send another link.
Okay. All right. So everybody, bear with me. TikTok. How's everybody on TikTok? Hope all is well with you guys. We want you all to hang out with us. We are talking about some very, very important information. We're talking about the system. We're talking about the deficit of the United States. We're talking about the criminal court system. You name it. Everything that we have been ingratiated in, we're talking about it today.
You can send it back to me.
You okay? Hold on. All right, hold on. Y'all bear with me, TikTok, please. Hello, TikTok. Hello. Pastor Sandra, how are you? Lovely Jesse, Air Body Inc. looks like. I don't want to be messing up people's names, but hope all is well with our TikTok people there. Please share, like, and follow. I need you guys to follow the Chris Miles Show, please. We do things a little different. We come with a lot of tangible information that is very, very useful. Some of the stuff that we're actually talking about is the importance, or we'll be talking about the importance of UCC1s and taking ownership of, taking control of your intangibles. So bear with me for a second. We're trying to, let me see. Did Cheryl come back up? We'll try to reach out back to her. I don't know what happened, why she dropped, but we might just have to. Cheryl, I sent you another link. So can you try to reconnect, please? Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Greg. Let's go on and get the show running. Errol, you there?
Yep. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Greg? Okay, all right. I'm not hearing you that well. Okay, all right.
I'm here.
Okay, beautiful. And we're waiting for Cheryl to get reconnected. So, there's a lot of stuff that's actually going on that we really need to address and talk about. And we are going to do our best to bring out this information. I have been working with hold on. I have been working with some of the people that you're actually seeing on the screen here. We have built a camaraderie. Thank you, Pastor Sandra. We have built a camaraderie, and these guys basically have a lot of tangible information. Greg, do you want to go in? Who do we want to start with first, Errol or Greg?
You got the mic.
Okay, so Errol, let's start with you first. You have been battling a case out in California for how long now?
Over 4.5 years.
4.5 years. So can you give the listening audience to what actually happened with your situation?
I was in a car accident, and somebody accused me of doing it on purpose. And that's just not in me.
Okay. So you were initially, after the car accident, you were arrested, correct?
Well, I went down and the damn CHP officers called me, and I made the mistake of going down there and talking to them, and ended up they had an arrest warrant out for me 2 weeks later.
Okay, after your statement.
Yes.
Okay.
And I went and turned myself in the first time.
Okay. So you were basically accused of
Hit and run.
And the individuals or the people that was involved within this car accident was not hurt. Am I correct?
Well, all I could see was bruises on them.
Bruising, right.
No broken bones, no blood, no nothing.
Okay. So let's go into the facts of really what happened, which was the you were accused of hit and run and eventually arrested, then let go, or they gave you a date. And,
No,
and
I had to bail out.
you bailed out. Okay, all right. So you bailed out, and from there, what else happened?
Well, I've been going to court, and every bit of paperwork that I filed was them violating the Constitution.
Which we're going to
And
go into exactly. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the bring everything up to the paperwork as far as it has been filed, and some of the things that we've actually found out, because you, I, and Greg and some other people have been working diligently to bring out information that really everybody, we the people, need. But anyway, so the process of all of that, Errol, just kind of give everybody a brief synopsis of how all of this stuff came about, and the fact of you finding out what you found out.
Well, the synopsis is the only reason they come after anybody is if you have some money put away, they want to steal it.
Right.
And that's what they've done with me.
And you initially, you had about what? How much money did you have that they've taken from you, basically?
Well, this is the funny part that nobody's going to understand is no matter how much money I had in the bank account,
yes,
that's exactly what my bail was set at. First time I had 30,000 in there, they made my bail 250,000. And since I was a member of a union, they gave me $3,000 off, so I had to give them $22,000 cash. Then I have friends that are judges at the World Court. I had the World Court send in the paperwork saying that they were taking the case over, so I didn't go back to court. I was sitting on my porch one morning when about 15 cops and sheriffs came up and arrested me. Never showed me a damn arrest warrant or anything. Just said, we have a warrant for your arrest. Took me to jail again. I spent another 13 days in there. And I had a judge by the name of William Jefferson Powell IV in San Bernardino. I had $10,000 left in the damn bank. And guess what? He lowered my bail to $100,000.
So each time. Now, let me ask you this, Errol. How were they able to find out how much money you had in the bank? Did you sign a document?
Well, it's because your bank accounts are tied to your Social Security number.
That's true.
So they can go in there and check it anytime they want.
That's true. So TikTok, this is the thing. What we are showing the misdeed and the misconduct of the actual Social Security number, as Errol so eloquently said. Everything that is defined about what you do is defined on the fact of that particular number. Hello, how you doing, love?
Fine, how about you?
You doing okay?
I'm good. Yes, I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
You're busy. You're busy, I'll just go.
Okay. We are what we're doing. What's your name, Sherry? Sherry. Okay. So what we're talking about, the state of America. Are you in America, Sherry?
No.
You're not. Okay. Well, okay. Catch us next time, love. How about that? Is that okay? Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah. So Anyway, Cheryl, I'm waiting for Cheryl to come back in, but Dave. Dave. Excuse me, Errol.
Earl.
Think about Dave. So basically, what has happened is they were able to monitor your money through the Social Security number.
Yes. And they made my bail amount exactly what it is that I had in the bank so they could drain me.
That's absolutely
And this
disgusting, man.
and this has been going on for 4.5 years. I probably spent $10,000 in mailings because if you send everything registered mail, they're not allowed to destroy it. It's a legal document.
Hey, producer, I need another link. Hold on. So Errol, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So you've been fighting this case for 4 years?
Over 4.5.
Okay. So how did you find out that all of this was more so about the money, a ripoff, and it wasn't necessarily about the aspect of
Well, God has put the right people in front of me to understand exactly what kind of system we live in. The system we live in is built off of human trafficking,
right,
putting people in jail, stealing your kids.
Send it to you.
That's all human trafficking.
Wow.
God didn't build this world for us to be stuck in a cage. God made us so that we could live free. And that's what the system wants to do, is take that away from you. And while you're in prison, they're charging your SysKV trust, which is tied to your Social Security number, so they continue to rob you while you're in there.
right. Hold on. So let me ask you this. How many you've had? Okay, hold on. People, bear with me. I'm trying to reconnect someone that dropped. Cheryl.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, now it's not allowed. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So we have. Okay, Cheryl was in. Okay, so
I am okay.
okay, I was getting ready to send you another link to see if we could connect, but we have Errol. We'll just, I guess, go with this here. I mean, if you want to try to connect and come back on screen, we can try that. If not, then you tell me what you want to do, Cheryl.
That's fine. I can, if I'm in the room, that's fine. I can.
Okay, all right. Let me resend you. Let me resend you this last one. If not, then we'll hold fast to what we have. Greg, are you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so once again, let me just reintroduce everybody. I'm getting a feedback from somebody, but Errol is from California. Everybody that the individual that you see on your screen, and Cheryl, you Hawaii, correct?
I'm in California. I'm from Hawaii.
Okay. So all of my guests this evening is from California. Beautiful. So Errol, back to your situation. You were
Yeah.
you were
Okay, Cheryl, but
she back.
Arrested for the second time. They threw me in jail for 13 days before I got to see a judge. And that judge lowered my bail to the exact amount of money that I had in the bank.
Okay. So
that's probably what
They
you
try to break you and wear you down.
so let me ask you this. You decided after you found out that all of this was fictitious, that it was a de facto system, because this is what people have to understand about the court system. The reason why I have Errol and Cheryl and Greg in today is the fact that we are told that the court system is that of common law. Okay?
It's de facto.
It's de facto, correct. It's not common law. The court system, the bank system, all of this stuff is tied to what he's talking about, the Social Security number, which is tied to a de facto system, which is fraud. So what is going on is it's a system of what's called maritime abnormality, right? And what happens is they operate on the fraudulent terms of people actually thinking that the stuff that you're doing is common law, which is what Errol was talking about earlier, that the court system, police use something what is called human trafficking. But I'm gonna give you back the floor, Errol. Go right ahead.
Well, if you look up Title 18, Section 241 and 242, that means they're operating under the color of law.
Can we get his
And the color of law is fraud.
Okay. Hey, Errol, I need you to talk. I need you to talk into your mic because your volume is down for some apparent.
Okay, what people
That's
need to
better.
look
That's
up,
better. That's
what
better.
people need to look up is Title 18, Section 241 and 242. Our whole law system, including the police, the sheriff's departments, the CHP, the courts, they all operate under the color of law,
Color of law, correct.
which is fraud.
Fraud, exactly. So TikTok, bear with me for a second, Chip. Errol. So what we're talking about is the de facto system that we are operating, or that we all are under, okay? Which is a fraudulent system. Everything that we do is tied to the Social Security number, which is when you go in to borrow money to get a loan, or whatever it is, whatever transactions that you're using, they use what's called your Social Security number. And what's sad about it is we all are paying mortgages and car notes and all of that stuff is prepaid for. Even the stuff in
Yes,
the
and
court system.
the minute you sign all that paperwork, it comes out of your Sister KV trust.
It comes out of what's called the Sister KV trust, correct? But go on,
So,
Errol, one of the things that I want to ask you, in the process of your travel through the court system, what did you find out?
that they're all crooked.
And
Not a damn one of them in there is honest.
okay, so
I could not get, I've been through, I'm on my 9th judge now. And I could not get one of them to tell me what jurisdiction I am being tried in.
They will never admit that.
They will never admit it, because if it's not common law, it's against the Constitution.
It's against the Constitution, right? But the question I'm asking you for the listening audience, what led up to you being connected to the 9th judge? Like, what happened with all of the other judges?
Well, I would bring in certain paperwork, they would read it, and then they'd kick me to another court, another floor, another judge. They all knew what I was headed for, and they're all running for the gates. They don't want to be found out.
So before all of you start fighting them, didn't they offer you a plea bargain or a plea deal or something to that effect?
Yeah, they wanted me to take what do you call it? Probation for 5 years, but that keeps you in their system, and you have to pay them every month to be on probation.
So you said you was not going to take the probation, that you would just
No,
fight.
because I'm completely innocent of all this crap they're trying to charge me with.
Okay. So what was okay? So if you didn't take the 5 years, what was the other outing to this? What were they saying you were? They were trying to assess.
They want to take me to trial and put me in prison.
For how long?
Probably 30 years.
Wow. So TikTok, the man that is on my screen, you all can't see. He's actually in a case where nobody got hurt, nobody was injured. The court system, which is a de facto system, which operates off of fraud, wants to. Right. Somebody in TikTok said courthouse and RX. Correct. We're going to talk about that, Imani, in just a second. But what happened is nobody got hurt in Arrow's situation, and in the process, they said that they were. I want you all to think about it. If something is criminal, how do you offer a man 30 years if he's done something that's criminal or a crime? But yet you're saying, well, you know what? If you take this plea deal that what you did was criminal or had evil intent to it, we're going to give you 5 years of probation. I mean, when you look at the logic of that doesn't make a lot of sense. So this man, if he had taken the probational deal that they gave him, or what they were offering to him, they would have gave him 5 years. But since he did not take the probation deal, they want to give him 30 years. Now let me bring something up to everybody. And this is what I want everybody to know that's watching the Chris Miles Show. This is what I want you all to know. The word probation comes from the word probate. We all have what's called birth certificates. That birth certificate is a deed, it is a bond, okay? So the court system, you get a ticket or whatever it is. Remember Errol mentioned about what's called the Cesta K Trust. Well, what happened is when you sign something, that your signature is directly connected to that of the birth certificate, which is the money for the corporate United States. So what happens is when you sign, it releases those credits, and they're able to convert those credits into what is called debt instruments or money, a promise to pay. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Remember, I want you all to remember something. Bill Clinton budget the United States. He budget the United States the entire balance with the fact of the court system by putting people in prison. So the court system is nothing but a money machine to take money out of we the people. I got somebody on TikTok. What's going on, man?
You was a smart guy. I'm listening. Keep going.
So, well, I'm not that smart, man. I've been in the system, so I know it. But the fact is, what I want you all to understand, The reason that the United States have so many people in prison today is because what they're using is the birth certificate to create money, what is called debt instruments. So one of the things Arrow, was combating was he was basically saying, I am not going to play your game. I am not going to play your game to go into a system of probation of 5 years, which what they were going to do, they were going to take his birth certificate and put it in probate for 5 years, and they're going to write debt onto his birth certificate. And this is what the court system does. Not only does the court system does this, the banks also do it. Like if you go to Navy Federal or Regents or Truist, when you go in and you submit your signature, it automatically releases those credits. So they're not loaning you anything, you're loaning to yourself. But anyway, hold on there. I got somebody on TikTok. Something you want to say, my man? Yeah, I'm saying, you have anything to add to the conversation? Okay, look like he dropped. But go ahead, Errol.
Well, what I found out is that none of these judges are able to judge we the people. In our Constitution, it promises a republic government.
Right. So hold on.
So when they made it a corporation, they did it unlawfully.
This is what I want to ask you. Okay, so Imani, why don't you come in on the conversation? She's saying what they put them on notice. Congrats on the win. Enjoy the victory lap with your creator. Okay. Well, anyway, Imani, if you will come in on the convo. But okay, I send an invitation to join the conversation. But Errol, so you basically said the hell with that. I'm not gonna play this game with you guys. I'm gonna do something else. And
yes,
you started fighting this system after the fact of what?
Well, I found out that if they're going to put you in jail or prison,
Yes.
it takes 3 signatures: the judge, the district attorney,
Right.
and you or your attorney. So I fired the attorney I had.
So you fired.
So
your
no
attorney.
matter whether they convict me or not, they're not going to get my signature on anything.
So let me say this, people. This is what most people need to understand about the court system. When you take on an attorney, you're contracting with the court.
You're telling them that you're incompetent or you're a minor.
Yeah, I need you to talk into the camera, Errol. But yeah, what Errol said is
When
that
you
you're
take an
telling them
attorney, you're telling them that you're incompetent in the law or you're a minor.
Correct.
Because that's the only 2 people that attorneys can represent.
Right. So I actually have a couple more questions for you. I'm going to bring up Greg here momentarily, and Cheryl to explain to everybody what's going on. So where are you right now with your court proceedings or your court matter?
Well, we're doing a writ of quo warranto.
Yes.
We're going to challenge every court in the United States.
Okay.
Because if you're not, there is an executive notice out there from the Supreme Court that says if you're not a common law court, you're not a lawful court. And a lot of people have to understand too, Chris, is common law comes from the Bible.
Right, exactly.
It doesn't come from man. And every law that we have on the books now has made up by the damn cabal,
By the
the
cabal.
Khazarian mafia.
So can you explain to everybody what is the cabal?
The cabal were Nazis, and they were asked what religion they would like to take over, and they took over the Jewish religion way back when, hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, right.
And they've infiltrated the highest levels of that church. They've infiltrated the highest levels of government. And they're actually, a lot of them are non-government officials pulling the strings of our politicians by blackmail and bribe.
So
That's why we have all these special interest groups in Washington, D.C.
Right. And that is the whole thing. We were talking about, you and I were talking earlier, and one of the things that we were specifically talking about the open borders. And this is what I'm saying, like, most people vote without really understanding the crux of really what voting is and how everything is set up and how this stuff is ranked. So let me just give everybody a breakdown on some information. All right, so one of the things I want everybody to understand about, various information is that the guy that is Homeland Security guy, Mayorkas, am I saying his name correct?
Yep, Mayorkas.
Okay. This guy Mayorkas is what Errol was talking about the cabal. This guy's Jewish. Now, we are watching right now, and this is a pivot off of what we've been talking about, but we'll come back to it. We're watching right now our government take money from what he talked about, our trust accounts, send that money to Israel and the Ukraine. The border situation in the United States could have been fixed and secured, which between $6 to $10 billion. I want everybody watching the Chris Miles show to think about that. Is that border could have been secured between $6 and $10 billion. Now the guy Mayorkas, all of this falls under his leadership. Okay?
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security, right. So this man could have fixed the problem for that let me get another
$10 million.
$10 billion. He has refused.
The wall was already built and laying there in place, ready to set up.
He has refused to do that. But he and the other people within Biden's administration are sending our trust money to that of Israel and Ukraine. And both of those are really the same folks.
I got to interject here, Chris.
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring this out. All along, we're watching the deficit go just through the roof. We're watching the deficit pivot. I mean, it's like it's unbelievable that we're right around, some say higher than $36 trillion. But this is inflation, overspending. We're watching all of these things happen. But hold on,
it's going up $1 trillion every 29 days.
Say again?
It's going up $1 trillion every 29 days.
So,
But
so
there is no such thing as as a Biden administration. They've proven that the damn vote was stolen. Our government was took over by the damn Nazis.
well, hold on, hold that thought for a second. So, with all of the stuff that you're talking about, Errol, you basically, through the process of your court matter, you found all of this stuff out. Am I correct?
Yes.
Wow. So people, this is one of the reasons that they want TikTok shut down. Now, Errol didn't find out this information through that of TikTok. But this information, what he's talking about and I'm bringing out, is readily at hand there on TikTok. And you have to realize something about people who are doing criminal activities, putting out criminal information, or better yet, I take that back, don't want the information of what they're doing to come out. The fact that they don't want it to come out is because they are actually using this stuff against you, and they're the actual criminals. And this is what I'm saying, like the border crisis could have been fixed for $10 billion. Now, here it is. This is what I want everybody to understand. It is a benefit for the prison industrial complex to incarcerate as many people as possible, because they are using what, Errol?
They're using your trust in an illegal bond.
There you go. So what we're trying to do is make sense out of.
There's another thing in the Constitution that most people don't know about.
Go ahead.
Is these judges are supposed to be paid a salary. They're not supposed to make anything above and beyond that.
Well,
but for every conviction,
the judges also get a percentage of how many people
of
that
the
they
conviction.
incarcerate too.
Yeah, well, and so do the district attorneys.
Exactly. All of it is
right.
interconnected.
And the attorney that you paid is going to get a percentage from both of them. So your attorney's got every want to find you convicted, whether he's supposed to be representing you or not.
Right. Exactly.
When you go into courtroom, everything that damn district attorney says, your attorney should be objecting, telling him, objection, Your Honor, no first-hand witness.
So yeah.
Okay. Can I see you?
If they're not a first-hand witness, they shouldn't even be able to bring up charges.
Right. Bring whatever you did. Bring your voice back up. Let me do this. Hey, Greg, you there?
Yes.
What do you have to add to the story? Well, you had a situation too with an officer and your son, but what do you have to add to this information of what Errol's bringing? Because you found out something very interesting too. Am I correct about how these people operate, and they're not operating under what they claim they're operating under?
Absolutely.
Okay, can you update everybody on what you found out?
Probably just hit on the phone.
What?
So probably just had to call on the phone.
Just a little over a year ago. It was back in 2009 when I was going through foreclosure and in the court system for 3 years. And here I'm going to law libraries, learning their procedure and all that stuff.
Yes.
And finding out firsthand they don't follow that. It's all in the books. It's all written how they should operate. And that was a real severe awakening at that point, when you're knee deep in it and finding out they don't follow any of the rules. I mean, sometimes they do, but it's fast and loose. And then you come to, you learn so much through that situation, and then as you go on, you learn everything supports that the court system and absolutely everything is de facto.
What's going on, Nene?
Nothing has any authority just they're not answering things appropriately, properly, legally, by their own rules, and it just comes down to, obviously, what they have on us is they're organized,
Right.
and that's the ball.
Very
They're
much.
organized.
Huh?
The system
Nah,
is
say you
built
right.
that way. But I'm seeing now people are waking up, and we're becoming organized. And when that happens, we will be the most powerful force in the ever seen in history when it comes together.
You know,
And it is coming together. You're part of this right now. It's happening right now.
right, exactly, right. And that is the good thing about it. What most people don't know, and a lot of people do, that I was targeted back in 2018, and I hadn't really. I was at the time I was teaching. I was teaching 11th grade, and and me and Mr. Producer we had started a boxing organization that we were providing opportunity for homeless guys and guys that were just, trying to make a better life. So there are a lot of things that was going on. Anyway, I was targeted by the FBI. They came at me with some bullshit, locked me up. I was gone for 2.5 years. I went in there a vegan. I come out with cancer. And I've had just a slew of issues and problems after the fact of that. But the whole point is that all of the information, just everything froze. All of the information that I gathered angered me. Because I found out that it was all fraud. And not only did I find out that it was all fraud, I found out that all court cases were cases tied to that of the IRS. Like all cases are IRS cases.
Absolutely. They're the bookkeepers.
Right. So, the thing of it is, one of the things that we have to do, Greg, I think, is make sure the tangible information has to be put out there. Hold on. Imani says, so the post office bookkeepers, but yeah. Well, let me just say this. I'm assuming that you have to know the law. I'm assuming that she said, yeah, the post office is what people have to know is the post office is actually the only bank, the actually only legitimate bank that's operating within the United States, and the post office is actually a separate entity from that of the United States. They're not one and the same. But Greg, can you? Matter of fact, hold on, Greg. Don't go anywhere. Just hold on for a second. Okay, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason, our camera system is malfunctioning. Those things happen. But I have Cheryl, who's also from California, on the phone. Cheryl, Greg, you guys, we are connected. Errol is off screen right now. But Greg, go ahead and finish what you were saying, sir.
Oh, we're just not getting organized. I spoke to Cheryl a few times. She's wealth of knowledge, Dr. Salka.
Right.
One of the plans that I want to do is notify the courts and let them know that they're operating illegally or criminally, like damages. They don't have the authority and they have to cease and desist.
No, you didn't, Errol.
Yeah, I'm here.
No, our camera thing is okay. to say, Greg. I guess it's the more people know is the fact of this is how the system changes. A lot of people are waking up. A lot of people are waking up to uh, what's going on. Like, well, the thing, like what Errol was saying that his case was, they offered him 5 years of probation, which is 5 years basically to use um, his birth certificate to generate
Giving them a monthly check too to be on it.
right a monthly check exactly. Um, and he said no. So since he didn't cooperate with them, then what they want to do is they want to give him 30 years to punish him for what they're calling a crime. First of all, it's not common law. It's not an Article 3 court, but they want to basically give a man that's at the age of retirement 30 years for something that's not necessarily criminal. But what did you found something out that was real interesting about the attorneys that's practicing law out there. So, are you able to elaborate on that, Greg?
Well, that was through another guy, and that's the great thing about connecting, is we all have a nice piece of the puzzle.
Right.
And he had paperwork already developed in a jurisdiction, and he already dealt with that county of San Bernardino. So he sent it to me, and we reworked it to fit Arrow's case, and submitted it. But then again, they ignore it.
Right.
With their claim that they do have jurisdiction under some other,
Well, the thing is, what they will never admit. The court system would never admit anything under what is called penalty of perjury, because if they do that, then they are held liable because they have lied, and that is where we are. That is a part of the system that they have set up. But what we want everybody to know that's watching the show this evening is that we do have an outlet now, because people are starting to realize that all of this is not what it seems to be. As Errol was talking about the election earlier being stolen, and just a lot of things that are coming out that they don't want to come out. But Cheryl, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for sitting in with us. We apologize that we weren't able to work out the camera situation. But Cheryl, can you kind of update everybody on what's going on with the information you have, basically?
You're talking about the Operation Restoration?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you? Hold on. Let me ask you this. So what I want you to do is update everybody about this. And is it like, can anybody join or participate? Can you elaborate on that?
Well, we hope everybody joins and participates.
Okay.
So basically, you're talking about a beast system. It's literally so massive, it's global. So taking it down would require strategy. And so a lot of us have been operating and working independently, appearing to be working independently. And now we've come together. There's 71 plus different groups
Yes.
that have been trying to set things right and reinstate the republic of this country. And they all got together and they created something called Operation Restoration, which is to restore our republic back from the corporation. So in April of this year, Operation Restoration was launched. Anybody can join anytime.
So let me ask you a question, Cheryl. So what is You say Operation Restoration?
Restoration.
So what does that mean?
To restore this country back to the original republic and take it back from the corporations or the International Bar Association.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
hold on.
Awesome.
So what about democracy?
What is democracy?
I'm asking you.
Well, it depends on what your perception of democracy is. If you look it up in Black's Law Dictionary, which I have not yet, but I would look at the first four letters, demo. What people perceive as democracy is not really democracy. So there's a play on words there. A republic means that it's for the people. A government for the people by the people.
Okay,
What was originally intended.
okay. So I guess what I'm trying to ask you is this, show, is that you always hear politicians say, "Well, it's against our democracy." It's all of the presidents say the word that they use is democracy. Now, let me say this: you all are talking about republic, and I do know when you say the Pledge of Allegiance, we say for the republic for which it stands. We don't say for the democracy for which it stands. We say for the republic for which it stands. So what I'm trying to figure out, or from you, or get you to explain to the listening audience, what's the difference between a republic and democracy? Because you always hear Congress members say democracy and not necessarily that of a republic. That's what I'm saying. But go ahead.
Well, I don't know what they're trying to do. They're always playing with words.
Yes.
If you look up definition of words in their dictionary, they have which is called the Black's Law Dictionary. It's a completely different legal descriptions or meanings of words are completely different in Black's Law Dictionary than they are in like everyday language. So they're twisting things. Now, whatever they're probably using that word democracy to entice people into thinking that they're free and that they have elections and that whatever the purpose is of why they're using that word.
Right.
Now, if you look up the word in, let's say, the dictionary, the Oxford's, let's just take Oxford's, for example. It says, a system of government by the whole population or all the eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives. Okay, so that in and on its face sounds, it sounds legitimate. It sounds good. It sounds like all the wonderful things they try to make it out to be. But members of a state. Well, what kind of a state? What state is that? So when you find out that our elected officials are governmental service companies incorporated themselves so that they could make a profit, aside from their governmental services that they provide that we hired them to do, right?
Right.
Okay, so now that it's like any company can go out and sell whatever they want. Like if I go to a company and I want, I hire them to do my accounting, okay? And then they go out and they provide other services to, that have nothing to do with my contract with them.
Right.
They're providing other services to the population, which has nothing to do with my contract with them. I can't stop them from doing that. But they can't force me to accept a service that I have not contracted for.
Well, it's supposed to be like that, Cheryl.
Well, it is about, but I'm trying to explain that,
Right.
that what they tricked people into becoming members of their so-called corporation or employees of their so-called corporation through trickery.
Right, do trickery. Right.
Are you a U.S. citizen? And you say yes, but nobody knows what people assume that U.S. stands for our government, but in
Right.
actuality it stands for the corporation.
It stands for the corporation. Yeah, hold on, Cheryl. So TikTok, listen. What Cheryl is breaking down for you on most of the forms that you see, if it's applying for a loan or whatever it might be, a passport, it asks you, are you a United States citizen, U.S. citizen? What she's explaining is that term, just that term, she's talking about a play on words. That word within itself puts you up under the corporation of the United States. Um, Most people are part of it without actually knowing that they are a part of the United States corporation. And most of the time it's this why they require you the driver's license are specifically for that of moving commercial goods, commercial needs. Most of us we're not we don't you don't have to actually have a driver's license because we're not out there moving anything commercial. And then police will stop you and they say, "Oh, do you have registration, driver's license, yada yada yada, so on, etc." And this is all tied to what Cheryl was talking about, the corporation. The Social Security number is a part of the corporation. That's the whole point. What people don't realize when you go to the doctor or whatever, they say, "What's your Social Security number? What's your?" Well, it's not yours. It belongs to the corporation. We're employees of the corporation. This is what Cheryl was talking about. But go ahead, Cheryl. You have the floor.
Okay, so when they ask you for your driver's license and and all of your paperwork, right? If you register your car with this corporation, then you are admitting that you are a member of that association, that organization, whatever they're calling themselves, state of, county of, whatever.
But I mean, but hold on, Cheryl. But that's done on the fraudulent terms, though. So I mean,
We're going to get to that.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so
Right.
when they ask you for that, they're basically looking for verification of their jurisdiction or your voluntary what they're presuming is your voluntary uh, um, admission that you're a part of their corporation because you said so on the application. Okay. Now there's elements of a valid and enforceable contract, right?
Right.
In order to have a valid enforceable contract, you have to have full disclosure.
Right.
Was there ever any full disclosure?
No.
No. You can't have coercion, duress, or coercion because a contract under duress and coercion is void.
But most of the time, that's how it comes to us, though. You know,
Absolutely. So
right.
you say, where's the contract?
Right.
The only contract that we have with the corporation, the Governmental Service Corporation, which is supposed to be providing us governmental services, the only contract we have with them is the original Constitution. That's their side of the contract, and ours is the Bill of Rights. Anything beyond that, we have not contracted for unless they trick you into doing it. Okay? And all you have to do whenever you sign something, just I'm under duress, like what they're doing to Errol, right?
Right.
That is absolute extortion.
Right. It's extortion.
And duress and coercion, even if he complies, it's still unenforceable because they're coercing.
Right.
Oh, you don't like our offer? Well, then we're going to come and do this to you. That's typical. Like that's criminal activity. It's extortion. It's crazy what these people are doing.
Right. I agree.
These courts are owned by the International Bar Association. Now, people may not know this, but there's an international commercial obligation lien against the bar. And the bar has already capitulated to admitting that they're an international organized crime organization.
Syndicate. Right.
They're a syndicate.
Right.
They've admitted to it.
Right.
That's on public record. So it's gotten so convoluted, and they brainwashed a lot of their employees, like the police, right? Police are not there. We didn't hire police. We hired peace officers.
Right.
Officers to keep the peace. We did not hire policy enforcers. So what is their private charter have anything to do with our original contract? Nothing.
So,
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
so Cheryl, hold on. Imani say that's how they've been getting over on us for years. Exactly, Imani. But let me ask you this, Cheryl. What is the remedy? What is the remedy? What is the solution now? Since
Okay, so
go ahead.
Okay, so now enough of us are awake. You know, it's been a long haul for a lot of us that have been aware of this for, 20, 30 years. And there's enough of us awake now that we started Operation Restoration, which started with the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And there was nothing that allowed these people to go and trick people. Americans, we're Americans.
I
We're
can
not
mute
U.S. citizens.
Can you what's going on?
I just muted.
Tricking people into giving away their
I just muted.
God-given rights. There are no constitutional rights, people. They're only God-given. The Constitution, which is their side of the contract, is there to protect our God-given rights. They were not given to us by anybody.
Right.
And people make that mistake all the time. Oh, I have constitutional rights. No, you have God-given rights. The Constitution is there to protect those rights.
Right, exactly.
Just like our international treaties
But you
and human rights treaties and things like that. So if you look at our own United States Code, for example, all right. If you look at 18, which is the criminal code, 18 U.S.C. United States Code 3571. If you go through and you look and you read that code, you're going to see all the violations that these people are committing. Violation of oath of office, denied right to truth and evidence. When you're in a court
right.
situation and you put in an affidavit and there's no opposing affidavit or that affidavit stands unrebutted,
It comes true. Right. It becomes true. Right.
It becomes true.
Right.
Unless it's rebutted point by point.
Right.
So when they ignore it, it's a violation of United States Code.
So Cheryl, let me say this, right? I had the same situation that happened to me, right? When I was going through they had put me on probation. So the federal system, when I got out, I was so angry with the information that I had uncovered. I came out and I put liens against the governor, the judges, every fucking body that was tied to this case, the FBI agents, everybody, right? And I had them served. And what happened is, once they found that out, they sent the marshals back at me. They did it, but they came and they had to, I had given them X amount of days to do it, right? And they knew that they couldn't do it within those days. If not, then somebody had to come up with $9 million. Okay? So what they did was they wrote back and they said, well, they sent it to my wife. They said, well, the information is unclear. And someone had told them about the terms about the information not being clear, to have it where what would happen was that I would have to, go back and resubmit it. But what they did was they put me on this wild goose chase of sending me back through the system, which I stayed in transit about 4 or 5 months. I got COVID in there, I got real sick, like I died. But it gave them enough time that the time elapsed on that day that I didn't, when they sent it back, is that not clear? I didn't respond to it, so it got thrown out. But this is what I'm saying. This is, you have to understand their system, and not only do you have to understand it, you have to understand that the whole thing is for profit, and these people will hurt you based upon their profit, their goals. Because one thing you have to understand, Cheryl, is this: is that when they write those bonds against your credit, against your trust, if you don't pay it, somebody got to pay it. Somebody, and that's what's going on with Arrow's situation. They floating bonds out there right now, And Errol has told him to hell with you, F you, I am not paying it. You understand? And the fact of the matter is, had he just went on and um, took their plea deal, they would have took his credits and used them for 5 years until it matures, and then they put it back in its original state. But this has been the system, and they're upset now because people are waking up. But go ahead, Cheryl. Or better yet, let me ask you, Greg, anything you want to add to this?
Well, I think it's great what she said about democracy. Is because people, the propaganda has been going for so many years that people associate, like she said, with choice, which means freedom, which I have the ability to choose these things. And I'm sure everybody maybe have heard the simile of the two wolves and the sheep voting,
Yes.
For dinner. And in a democracy, they would have, land for dinner. But in a republic, that land has individual rights that they can't override, no matter how many votes come in for land for dinner.
Right.
I think that's a very important thing that we have to get out of our minds, and we have to reprogram and diffuse all this propaganda that we've been fed this whole time.
And that's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If we start thinking about, okay, the criminal system, the justice system was really isn't a justice system, but what would a justice system really look like? And I think if we start putting that in our heads, then we start moving forward in those ways.
Let me ask. Go ahead.
What happens to somebody who gets, convicted of, let's say they damage your property or did something like that? The victim never gets closure.
Right.
There's never any healing between the perpetrator and the victim. They did nothing. Only the satisfaction of he's going to go to jail, he's going to suffer.
Right.
I think we need to change our, thoughts and say, no, there has to be where the perpetrator would actually pay and make the victim whole.
Right. Well, but you know what's crazy about that, Greg? I agree with everything you said, but the problem is that the victim actually gets nothing. But guess who benefits off of it? The court system does. Yeah, the courts, the judges, the prosecutors, the bailiff, all of them will receive a stipend or a payment from that. You don't know that. And this is the thing. The whole point of purpose is the information is coming out, and they don't want that to come out because once this information is thoroughly out there, this means that they can't operate under the terms and conditions of what they've been doing all along. Cheryl, let me ask you this. With this thing with what Trump is going through right now, right? How can this benefit him or help him?
about something.
I'm sorry?
Are you asking me to give you an opinion about a situation which I don't have all of the information available to me to make an informed decision on that?
Yeah, well,
Okay. What you perceive as what is going on may not be necessarily what is going on.
okay. Yeah, well,
This is a military operation. Now, when you've been talking about how bad the system is and how corrupt it is, we're talking mafia-style organizations here. That if they don't like you, they're just going to hit back. All right, so when you're dealing with something like that, it takes especially as consideration of how big it is.
right.
You have to have a military strategy behind the takedown of that system, and you can't just pull it out because so many people are still connected to it.
Right.
So what people think is going on or what they're reporting is going on, it offer an opinion
Yeah,
on
I get
something
you.
unless
Right. What?
you follow.
Yeah, I do. And let me ask you this, Cheryl. This is one other thing I want to ask you. Right.
Yeah.
One of my TikTok followers has she said that all accounts that we have are prepaid. Now this is what I want to ask you, which I know that, right? You know it, Errol knows it, Greg knows it.
Okay.
This is what I want to know. Why is it why is it that we cannot capitalize off of our trust accounts, but they can?
Okay, so that birth certificate, this is my opinion, by the way.
Okay.
The whole birth certificate system was created by the corporation because they took all the money out of circulation
Right.
and they had to provide.
Or they took the gold out of circulation.
Okay, so
Yeah.
which is real money.
Right, real money, right.
And so and they took it back from our forefathers,
Right.
They
Right.
have to take. Oh, so they had to give something back in order for there to be, because in order to have a binding contract, right, you got to have an equitable exchange.
Right.
Okay, you can't just. Okay, so in their twisted, manipulative way, they created this elaborate system where they, like you were saying, where they get, when every child that is born, they claim ownership through the marriage certificate. This can go down as many rabbit holes as you want to go
Right,
into.
exactly.
Okay, so the thing with all of that is, yes, it's supposed to be prepaid. Yes, do they honor it? No, you're dealing with criminals.
Right.
Well, we gotta go back to the original Constitution and Declaration of the Bill of Rights. That's the only contract we have with them. All the other contracts are null and void for non-disclosure and coercion and duress.
Right.
Okay, and on top of that, who can agree to something when you are come out of the womb?
Right. Right, exactly.
I mean, that's a ridiculous. It's a ridiculous assumption for them to even claim that they have a enforceable contract with anybody. It's just smoke and mirrors. So,
Right,
so
cause
now,
nowadays they got kids.
you're dealing with
Babies have to consent.
insanely
Babies have to
corrupt
consent. Oh, they got babies have to consent. Do you want to change me?
international
So
corporation that is
I didn't
brainwashing
consent.
all their employees. So what I'm saying here is that we have the codes in place.
Right.
We have a criminal code. It's United States Code Title 18. These people are violating that code every day. Now they can't say, "Well, we don't have to abide by that." You do. It's the United States Code. So if they say we don't have to abide by that, then they're really exposing themselves.
Well, how do you enforce it though, Cheryl? I mean, I get what you're saying, but how do you make them do what they're supposed to do?
Okay. First of all, what I was telling you, we're all coming together.
Okay.
And when you think about how massive it is, when you have one person trying to, yeah, you're going to get chewed up and spit out.
Right.
You're one person. They'll pick you off one by one. So we have a national movement, which is called Operation Restoration. Anybody can go on the site, get educated, and download the paperwork and follow the
I got it.
protocol. Now, I don't know if anybody knows who, oh God, what's his name? Help me out here, Earl, the guy, Ivan Reichel?
Bring it
Is
on.
that his name?
I don't know. Errol, is he?
Yes, that's correct.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
There you go, Errol.
So if anybody has ever listened and
Yeah.
you could post this, maybe if you have a platform or something, Chris, you could post
Yeah.
it.
So hold on. The name is TikTok. The name is Ivan. It's called Operation Restoration, and the guy name is Ivan. Who?
Well, no, hang on. Operation Restoration is what we the people have launched.
Okay.
The backup and the enforcement of that, another aspect of it, which again, people don't see how these things connect, but they're all connecting. Operation Restoration basically puts all of the government officials on notice because none of them were lawfully elected, and we know that we have the evidence.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, and a majority of them do not have a proper oath of office. If their oath of office is an uppercase, it is not a proper oath of office to we the people. people.
So hold on, Cheryl. Cheryl, wait a minute.
Wow.
Now that's wow.
Wow.
That's
That's
something.
powerful.
So
Yeah.
so
But
what do you mean? What do you mean they don't have
they don't have bonds and they don't have. We're finding out some of them don't even have insurance bonds.
So how they? But what I'm saying, if that's the case, how are they able to enforce these policies on people if
They're
they don't have these
criminals.
things?
They're criminals.
Because they have policy enforcers, do they not?
Yeah, they do. Police. Politics.
Okay,
Shit. Okay.
a policy enforcer is a police officer that they have brainwashed and convinced that they have the authority,
Shit,
which they
clear,
don't.
man.
Okay. So what I'm telling you is we now have enough
Somebody said let it go viral.
people. Okay, 1.8 million people are participating in Operation Restoration. It's a paperwork process. Okay? You
Right.
notify your government officials in whatever state you are, and you ask them for their proper oath. If they don't have their proper oath, you offer them to sign a new one. And if they refuse to, or if they don't want to sign a new oath of office, which means they have to uphold the Constitution, which any law repugnant to the Constitution is null and void, which makes all their cases null and void. Okay,
Right.
and if they don't wish to serve properly and sign a new oath of office, then they must remove themselves from that office.
So Cheryl, is there a paper that is drafted that somebody that's watching or listening can access, or can you get me to that so I can put it on the post it where people can access that link? Is that possible? Because I'm getting questions on that right now.
Are you on the? Are you okay? I sent it to your email.
Okay, cool.
I can't find it from my phone.
No. I don't want you to. I'll take it from there. If you send it to the email, then I'll take it from there.
Okay, it's on the email. And
Okay,
there's an
beautiful.
actual link for the first notice that goes out.
I got you.
And I passed all the rest of it. Okay, now 1.8 million people are doing this simultaneously.
You hear that?
That's not one. That's not.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Each of us going out one by one.
That's amazing how they gathered up all the people, man.
And now we have Ivan Reichel, I think his last name, and he's a former Green Beret. 85,000 former
Wow.
military who left the military.
85,000?
85,000.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Okay. We also have you ever heard of Sheriff Mack?
No, I have not.
Okay, Sheriff Mack is a constitutional sheriff who has the authority to deputize and
Dave was
enforce
talking
and protect the public. A sheriff. So we have plenty of constitutional sheriffs. Sheriff Mack has been going around the country recruiting constitutional sheriffs. And now we have 85,000 former military that can be deputized to make arrests. And the paperwork that you do under Operation Restoration will lead to a citizen's arrest if they do not vacate.
So,
Okay?
so this here, let me get clarity to this. The stuff that you're talking about falls up under the republic and not democracy, correct?
It's okay. Well, it's we the people going back to the
Right, going back to the original Constitution,
correct.
which is the republic.
Yes.
Okay, that's where I'm going. So the other thing I want to ask you, Cheryl, is that enforceable with all of this
It's
stuff?
not enforceable.
I'm sorry.
It's what enforceable?
The organic constitution, because I get what you're saying, and the reason I'm not asking these questions to be as a form of sarcasm, but I'm asking it because I got people on different platforms that are watching and listening to this. So a lot of these people they need a remedy too. They're going through the same shit Arrow's going through, and people want to know, hey, how do I get out of this shit that I'm in? But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. So, and I have a case over here I'm helping a friend with, and you got to be creative with this, but we are on the right track. And
Right.
remember, we had 85,000 former military that were let go out
Wow.
It is an experimental medical procedure. They're going after all of their superiors who tried to force them to participate in. That's a correct. That is. We're talking Nazi Germany here. Experimental medical procedures that you're trying to force on people.
So,
So we have 85,000 former military that are fully aware of how extensive the corruption is.
so hold on, Cheryl. So you're telling me, and the people on, bunch of people on TikTok hearing your voice, YouTube,
Yeah.
Facebook, you're telling me that over 85,000 military men and women left because they didn't want to take the COVID shot?
I don't know the particulars of how they left or whether they were
Or were they
forced
forced
to.
out? Right, right.
Yeah, I can't answer that. I'm just telling you what Ivan Reitman.
Yes,
If I can
just Ivan. Yeah.
Okay, just Ivan. What Ivan
Right.
is reporting.
So,
Okay, and when you listen to his interviews and when he has a website. You guys can all post it and go look and
right.
listen. Please do and give them your
Information.
support. You know, it's we the people are the government, not the corporation. They are our employees. They provide their place.
Right.
We are the government.
Most definitely.
Now, when we get together, we have laws that we can enforce. We can. The problem was we didn't have enough people, but it took time to build up to wake people up to the point where they can.
Right.
You know, it took this long just to wake up enough people. 85,000, right?
Right.
And COVID was a big instigator for that because people, I mean, how many people are awake and aware of what really went on there? And they're
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
I mean, now they are. Now they are, but they wasn't before.
You guys knew way back when. So people have been waking up to this for quite a while. And so now we have gotten enough of the collective consciousness in this country to stand up. And is it enforceable? It's our law. That's how we are governed. We have in California, there's New California state. The 51st state is now being organized legally and lawfully with proper lawful procedure. So if you're asking me if it's enforceable, yeah, it's enforceable. We have constitutional sheriffs. We have 85,000 former military that have a list of people that need to be arrested.
Right.
And there has never been a lawful election in this country for, I don't know, since what, the 30s? There never has been. They control the software.
Right.
But we also have all the evidence. So there's no way they could deny anything.
Let me bring. Hold on, Cheryl. Let me bring in a comment. Imani said, but it is illegal for them to force you to take the shot. She's also, thank you for sitting in, Imani. She also said that, yet we have to stand together. So that's what I'm saying. We got people on TikTok. Kenneth Brown joined. People are. That's what I'm saying, Cheryl. This is the information that you're bringing out is just so. It's so poignant. It's just it's what's needed because a lot of people out there realistically have just really given up hope. So we have to do this. We have to do this again. Hold that thought. Hey, Greg, you have anything you want to add to what Cheryl has information she's provided?
No, she's explained it really well.
Man, she hot, man. What
She's
about
on
you,
fire.
Errol's in.
Yeah, he does.
Errol, are you
Yeah, I'm here.
anything you want to add to what Cheryl has provided?
No, Cheryl hits it on the head every time.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, I'm around people that have been awake for a long time, and we've been suffering through this, waiting for people to wake up. But there are people that are waking up, and they're learning so rapidly. I mean, they're coming out of the chute.
Right.
totally immersing themselves, and they're very intelligent people. And it's very encouraging to see them go from 0 to 60 in very, very short time.
Well, I think too, Greg, like with my situation, what I went through, is the fact that if you find out something to be obsolete or not right, that's the motivation. You understand what I'm saying? Like you are motivated at that point to say, you know what, let me find out more. Because like I said, man, we would have study groups. Like when they after count, man, 10 o'clock count, guys would get caught. We would have a little class, and we will sit in there at 3, 4 in the morning. We asking questions. We and I learned all of this. This was the motivational spark for me. So what people are seeing, that's what I'm saying. I got people on TikTok are providing uh, um, 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 information or thought process on what Cheryl's talking about. Cheryl's hot. But this is what I'm saying, like, people are motivated because, like I said, they're tired. When people are struggling to pay their bills, man, everything is going up, and, a foreclosure, repos, and all of this stuff that is going on is illegal because they never loaned you anything. They never loaned you anything. Your signature loaned them. But then they turn around and they screw us in the process. But I'm going to give the floor back to Cheryl. We're going to get ready to cut here shortly, but go ahead, Cheryl.
Okay, well, I wanted to say something about court cases, and when you think about the repercussions for all of these judges and everyone that was involved in these fake courts. There hasn't been a court in this country, a lawful court in this country, since the 1700s. Okay? The repercussions for the entire system is this, and it's very simple. All judgments that did not have constitutionally mandated due process of law are null and void.
Right, exactly.
Every case that did not have constitutional due process, can you find one that did? It's all null and void.
That means that every case them judges have ever tried has to be redone.
So basically, we're going back to a state of innocence, because the Bill of Rights of the Constitution basically says we are innocent until proven guilty. It's not our job to go into a court, any court, and prove that we're innocent.
Right.
The accuser or the petitioner or the plaintiff has that burden, not us.
Right.
And if they cannot prove it and the intent behind it, then the only thing the judge can do is dismiss. So why are we in there proving our innocence? They just flip the whole thing around, upside down. And they've got people going in defending themselves into a court when that's not their job. The accuser has the burden of proof. That's constitutional law.
Right.
And so the Constitution was divinely inspired, in my humble opinion. You're innocent until proven guilty. And if the accuser cannot prove it, and it can't be a third-party witness. Attorneys cannot testify. So why are they testifying? And why is the judge accepting third-hand witness testimony?
Right.
It's inadmissible. The whole thing is a sham. It's a private arbitration meeting, which they call court. We're holding court, yeah, but we are private between employees of their own private corporation and work their corporate charter.
Right.
That's all that's going on there. So when you stay up and say, "Hey, I'm an American," no, I'm not a U.S. citizen.
Not a U.S. citizen, right?
And you file your constitutional motions, and you turn that court back into a constitutional court. They do not proceed as they are required to do, mandated to do by law, our law, which is the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. And if they proceed, there are penalties States Code for that. And you can give them a fee schedule and you can use administrative processes.
Right.
Okay, because if a remedy is not provided to a victim, this is maxims of law, international maxims.
Right.
Okay? If a remedy is not being provided or has been diverted,
Hell yeah.
then the victim has the right and the lawful authority to create one for themselves.
Right.
Now, if you go through the United States Code Title 18, which is a criminal code, you're going to find out all the things that they've been doing. And I just want to summarize what they do that leads up to capital felony treason during a court case. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, if they're in violation of their oath of office, in order for them to be a judge, they have to have an oath of office to uphold the Constitution. Which they tweaked that to and created some other Constitution, so you don't know what Constitution they're talking about.
Hey,
The original Constitution.
hey, Cheryl, let me ask you a question. Shouldn't that be public? Shouldn't we be able their oath? Shouldn't we be able to go into an office, Secretary of State, or the whatever jurisdiction they are, and acquire that information to look at that their oath of office?
It's called a FOIA request.
Right, the FOIA, but the thing about it is, when you seek it from where you are told or taught that it is, you can't locate it. That is the thing that is going on with Errol's situation right now.
Okay, so you give them a writ of quorato, which is basically demanding proof of their authority.
Right.
If they fail to prove it, that's when you start the process to an arrest warrant.
Right.
Because they are acting as public officials. They're impersonating public officers. Felony under United States Code Title 18 Criminal Code. So in a court case, if it's not a constitutional a constitutionally mandated process, that's the first penalty. That's the first step to capital felony treason.
Right.
If you don't have an oath of office, that's another story, dude. You're impersonating a public officer. Okay? This next thing is you're denied right to truth in evidence. Okay? Which is if you have an affidavit on file and it's not rebutted and there's no other affidavits on file, or the plaintiff or the accuser hasn't provided an affidavit, which he has to have, then and they ignore it, they're denying you truth in evidence.
Mm-hmm.
If they're forcing you to comply, you say, "Where's the contract that I have with you, that I'm under your jurisdiction, or where's the contract?" And
Right.
they fail to provide it, then that's slavery.
Right.
Forced compliance, the contract not known.
Right.
That's the second one.
That's
Third
all the
one,
stuff I've
denies provisions in the Constitution. If you ask for a constitutional due process and they don't give it to you, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 accounts already. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, denied proper warrants. Well, you have to have a cause. Where is there ever a proper warrant? Now, if you add all those up, and that adds up to capital felony treason under United States Code Title 18, Section 3571. Their own code.
Right.
The United States Code says that's capital felony treason if you're in a court situation, you deny those things. Okay? Boom, you got it. Capital felony treason. But we're being nice and we're saying, look, maybe you were misinformed, maybe you've been led down the wrong path, whatever it is, we're going to give you another opportunity.
Right.
You know, here's a new oath of office. Give me your oath of office. If you don't have a proper oath, you're going to have to sign a new one. If you don't want to sign a new one, then you are impersonating a public official. And
Come on now.
and you're going after the people, which is capital felony treason, which has serious consequences. And your name may go on the list.
Right.
But in order for there to be an arrest warrant issue, don't we the people have to report it?
Right.
says that it's action for neglect to prevent. If I tell you something and you're a public official and I report a crime to you, like what's going on in the courts, it's extortion, it's treason, it's conspiracy to deprive people of life, liberty, and property, because you can't deprive anyone of property without constitutional due process. And they refuse, they become a party. That's another law, United States Code. You're not making this up. We're not making up. This is we the people.
Right.
And this is on the books, you guys. It's the United States Code, and you're breaking them. There's penalties for it. Neglect, failure to protect. United States Code, Title 18, 1621. And 42 USC 1986. So it's never a bad idea to send a report up to an official, because if they don't act, then they become liable.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, we're on the right track. It took us this long to get here, just because there weren't enough people awake.
Well, this is what we're gonna do, Cheryl. We're going to do this again. Bring this information out. Let me. You got something you want to say, Mr. Producer?
Oh no, man, I'm just learning, man.
Okay, Errol, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, I'd like to reiterate something there.
Yeah, go ahead.
That if we all stick together and start going after them, that means we're on the offense and they're on the defense. Because if we just keep playing defense with the bastards, they're going to run right over the top of you.
Right.
So you start going after them, then they have to defend themselves. And you know they can't do it.
Most definitely.
What about you, Greg?
No, I have nothing to add. I mean, Cheryl covered so well.
Right. What we're gonna do, Cheryl, is I'm going to post these links. I will check my email. I will provide this information, even videos on TikTok, and we will just. I mean, we will stay the course. I mean, that's the whole essence of what all of this is that people staying vigilant and working together. You are so right that it's a thing about coming together. This thing has gotten completely out of hand. It's something that people collectively probably should have worked on years ago, but people didn't know. And this is why they are upset now, because that information is so readily out there. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I appreciate you bringing this information about Ivan, because, like I say, most of us knew absolutely nothing about him or that process. But anything you'd like to add, Cheryl, before we close?
No, I think I've talked enough.
Bless your heart.
I don't think we really, if you really think about it, we can only move forward. There's no way this is going to go back in the box. There's no way. It's never going to go back to the people don't know anymore. It's just impossible.
And you know what, Cheryl? You know what? That's what concerns them. You know, it's kind of like you had $1 million that your parents left you, but they left it with me to share with you. I didn't tell you anything about it. And I have been manipulating you, manipulating the system, and lying and all this stuff. Now, you're asking for your money because you find out that, hey, look here, I was left something. And the whole point is that this is why most of them are building bunkers and all of this other stuff, because once this thing goes to the point that, you know, as Errol was talking about earlier, that the dollar is no more, people have worked and paid money into Social Security, which is something Tommy Tuberville was talking about. That's gonna be disastrous. I mean, I want you all to think about people working and paying money into a system they won't be able to get anything out of.
Well, I don't necessarily think it's going to. Do you really think that let's just call them white hats, okay? The good guys. Do you really think they don't have a plan for that?
I don't know what they have.
No, exactly. But do you really think that they would have an absolute meltdown of the global of the it would be absolute chaos. It would be horrible. It's all going to be taken care of. You have to trust that. God's in control here.
Yeah, I know, no doubt about it.
Okay, everything's worked out. They're not going to tell you everything they're doing. There's a war going on, people.
Right. I agree.
And they have to collapse the dollar. And I don't think it's going to be a bad thing.
Oh, I never said that it would be, Cheryl, but I mean, I think for a lot of people out there in the dark, you know, it's you know, they'll find out in time.
Yeah,
All you can do is put up, yeah, all you can do is put out the intangibles and let the chips fall where they may, man.
Yeah, I do.
You know. Well, Greg, Errol, Cheryl, I can't say how much I have really enjoyed this, and I appreciate you guys. We're gonna do this more often. We have to, and just thank you guys. Y'all guys be safe. God bless you all. You know, we just have to. You know, we the people have to come together and play our part. So,
God bless everybody listening, and stick together, and we can beat these guys to the pulp.
Hello, everyone.
exactly.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Well, Cheryl, enjoy your holiday, Memorial holiday. You, Greg, Errol, I appreciate you guys more than I can ever say. Y'all take care and God bless.
Okay.
All right, my
Thank
brother.
You. All right. Yes, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Producer?
Man, wow, that was a lot. It's a lot of information, man.
A lot of information.
You just can never tell. I know, you know, growing up, learning about the little bit about government that I do know, you know, trying to see where our tax dollars go, and just really, you know, getting an understanding.
Right.
The government always was supposed to work for us.
For the people. Right.
We go out and work. We pay taxes to make sure we have sustainable, you know,
Right.
buildings. Make sure the roads are fine. Make sure we have, you know, good technology, food, etc.
Right.
But I've been seeing like a lot of videos like of other countries, and they show where their tax dollars go. I'm saying some of these places are immaculate with the tech, just what they do with the people's money to show, to make their lives easier.
Right.
You know, and man, I don't know what what we got going on, man. But I know these people that got on today and, you know, broke down a lot of this knowledge, man. I know it's gonna be a fight, but you know, I believe it's gonna be okay, man.
Yeah, I think so. Well, people, TikTok, man, I can't express how much I love you guys, man. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Facebook, YouTube. I hope you all have gotten some intangibles from the show today. I want everybody out there to be safe, man. Let's try to get back in here. Same time, same place. Hopefully Wednesday.
Yeah.
And again on Sunday. We're gonna try to keep everybody informed. All right, that's how you combat wickedness is by information. But everybody take care. It's been fun. We'll do this Wednesday, okay? God bless. See you guys back. Until next time, the moving finger writes, has written, moves on to all of you. Peace and blessings. Good day.